Thanks for coming back. Here are the world news headlines. Per Obama, U.S. dollar strengthening, making exports more expensive. Iran nuclear deal step in dangerous direction. President Barack Obama made a rare reference to the strength of the U.S. dollar on Thursday, noting it had gotten stronger as economies in Europe and Asia struggled.
The economies in Europe are weak, the economies in Asia are weak, the dollar is becoming stronger because a lot of people want to park their money here. They think it's safer. They're investing here more, but that makes our exports more expensive.
Obama said at an event in Kentucky. Obama stated that people had to keep working hard to keep the economy going and lashed out at Republicans for prioritizing tax cuts for the wealthy instead of investing in apprenticeships and job training programs as he favors. He said,
we can't just sit back and assume that growth continues at the kind of pace that we need to give opportunity for all the young people of the future.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will convene his security cabinet to discuss the framework deal reached between world powers and Iran, after telling U.S. President Barack Obama in a phone call that he vehemently opposed the agreement. Obama called Netanyahu within hours of the deal being struck, saying it represented significant progress toward a lasting solution that cuts off Iran's path to a nuclear weapon. But Netanyahu said in a statement after the conversation that a deal based on the framework announced in Lausanne, Switzerland, would threaten the survival of Israel. He also said that it would increase the risk of nuclear proliferation in the region and the risks of a horrific war. Netanyahu, a spokesperson, Mark Regev, labeled the deal as dangerous.
This framework is a step in a very, very dangerous direction. It leaves Iran with an expansive nuclear infrastructure, not closing down not even one Iranian nuclear installation. It leaves Iran with thousands of centrifuges to continue enrichment, and it allows Iran to conduct research and development to build new and better centrifuges.
Regev said. He added that Israel believes the single goal behind the nuclear program is to build nuclear weapons.
And unfortunately, this framework lends legitimacy, international legitimacy, to this effort.
He said, Israel has said in the past that it would consider taking unilateral action to prevent Iran developing a nuclear weapon, a warning taken to mean that it could launch airstrikes against Iran's nuclear facilities. While much of the rest of the world appears inclined to support efforts to reach a negotiated solution with Iran, Israel remains deviant. Obama mentioned several times during his speech that the United States stood shoulder to shoulder with Israel on security and would not allow any daylight to get in between their positions, but the reassurance have not satisfied Netanyahu. The chances of Israel going it alone militarily against Iran would appear to be very slim. But with the Republican-led Congress also critical of the deal, Netanyahu may feel he can put pressure on the U.S. administration to push harder. A major sandstorm continued to pound Dubai on Thursday. The National Center of Meteorology and Seismology warned people to expect more strong winds loaded with sand that's extremely restricting visibility. Residents were urged to remain indoors. The sandstorm disrupted air traffic at airports in Dubai, with online flight data showing Abu Dhabi was also affected by the bad weather. Many flights into Dubai from Southeast Asia, Iran, and the Gulf Cooperation Council region were delayed or canceled, according to the flight status page on Dubai Airport's website. Germany's first ever Airbus A400M military transport plane took to the skies on Tuesday for its first official test flight after it was delivered to the German army in December. The plane, the first of a total of 53 A400M aircraft Germany has ordered, carried out a routine logistical flight transporting water processing units for the German military's advisory group in Senegal, flying from Wunstorf in northern Germany to Dakar, Senegal, and back. The new Airbus fleet is set to replace Germany's C-160 Transall planes from the 1960s and should be marked improvement on the older models, according to pilot Christian Schott. The German Army had originally planned to purchase 60 planes, but huge cost increases led to disputes between Airbus and countries purchasing the aircraft, including France, Turkey, and the UK, which all took delivery of A400M planes before Germany did. A further 5 A400Ms are due to be handed over to Germany this year, with 13 of the 53 on orders set to be sold on by the Army. Germany is looking to improve its military capabilities with investment in new equipment. After saying last year that Germany would take a more active role in global affairs, Defense Minister Ursula von der Leyen was forced to acknowledge that so much military equipment was in a state of disrepair that Germany was unable to meet its NATO commitments. France's lower house of parliament on Friday passed a measure banning excessively thin fashion models and exposing modeling agencies and the fashion companies that hire them to possible fines and even jail. The controversial bill was widely debated in the lower house, with nonconformists saying it would make it give foreign models an advantage in the industry. Socialist member of parliament Oliver Varane, who spearheaded the bill, said new measures would require models to undergo a full medical assessment, proving they are not undernourished before being hired. In the bill, I suggest that from now on, a model must go through a medical visit before she is hired, which would evaluate the body mass index, which is calculated by dividing the weight over the height square, and this index is used by the World Health Organization to determine if someone is undernourished or even in a state of famine. And I suggest that the medical certificate for workability cannot be delivered to people who are undernourished and who therefore are putting their life and health in danger, Varane told Reuters television, while the bill was still being debated in March. The measure is part of a wider crackdown on anorexia backed by President Francois Hollande's government. Lawmakers during the night approved a separate measure making it illegal to condone anorexia, a move targeting internet sites that encourage dangerous weight loss. Jews in Israel on Thursday made last-minute preparations for the Jewish holiday of Passover, due to begin Friday at sunset. In Jewish ultra-Orthodox neighborhoods of Jerusalem, residents burn all remnants of levain food they have in their house before the start of the holiday. During the holiday, Jewish believers refrain from eating chametz, all food products that contain levain, wheat, and oats. Residents queued with their kitchen utensils and dishes to wash them in boiling water and churn them kosher for the holiday, during which any eating or possession of levain foods is prohibited.
We clean it and then we put it in the hot boiling water and then cold water, and this is the way we could use it tomorrow night on Pesach, and we should all have a happy and a kosher Pesach.
On the eve of the holiday, families convene to eat a ceremonial dinner, also known as the Seder, in which a special text is read describing the suffering of the Jewish people in Egypt and their journey in the desert. Thank you for watching VBS TV Business News Edition. We hope our program has been helpful to you. Until tomorrow, this is Robin Springer signing off. Bye.